College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Gamecocks' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Got the back over the middle. Got room at the 35. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. Oh, he's got a chance. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football, and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Slips away. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
And the free safety usually stays deep, plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but they spin him down, bring him in the blitz. You could tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
Flushed out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Rolls it in. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it. And not just get it, they score a touchdown.
You
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Scanning the field is Sparks. He's going for it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not.
statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gamecocks about to kick it away and get this season started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Trying to punch it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They're on the board first here in the season opener. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. He's got it again. Fights off a defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, it's loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, the coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the marker. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Sparks. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, South Carolina!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Got his man down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He smashes his way through again. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man all by himself. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Grab behind the line. It's Dickey. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He's now up to 70 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They try to pop a run on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, and the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
Pulls it in. It's Clark. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. He fires a bullet to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. He's got him this time. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the move, it's Welsh. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find passing lanes.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. It'll be a draw. And some room to work. Got enough for the 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. They're going to ride this running back. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. He now has 85 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. On fourth down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They go to the draw. Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
We got all these fancy pass plays and all these fancy formations and shifts and motions and all this stuff you make me think about as a defensive guy. And then you slip that in. Really nice job by the offense, hitting you with the draw, with the unexpected. Nice job getting a big game.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. He breaks a tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage of it.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. Pulls it in. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. On target to the left. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
That's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second.